Thanks for watching our movie. In it, we talked about the exciting world of Tesla and how its stock price could go through the roof for Cathie Wood, a famous investor. The launch of the long-awaited computer truck in 2023, Tesla stock is likely to reach all-time highs. The Cybertruck is the biggest step forward in car engineering in the last 50 years. The stock price's effect on this engineering jewel could make many Tesla investors retire in just a few months. Come with us as we look at the production and delivery rates and the numbers to see if the Cybertruck can send Tesla stock prices to the moon in 2023. But first, let me see if you hit the like and subscribe button. If you follow our channel, you may have seen Cathie Woods a few times. Cathie Woods is a famous investor and the CEO of ARK Invest, which has a big stake in Tesla. She has spoken out in the past in support of Tesla and its cutting-edge technology, and she even said that Tesla's stock could hit $3,000 by 2025. So it shouldn't be a surprise that Cathie is optimistic about how the Cybertruck might affect Tesla's stock price in an interview. Cathie talked about how interested she was in the Cybertruck. She said that her team had looked at every point in metric and found results that were amazing and much better than other models. She also talked about the famous tug-of-war match between the Cybertruck and the F-150. Most people like Ford's F-150 pickup truck, and Elon put it to the test against the Cybertruck in a video that is now going viral. As expected, Tesla's amazing tech won out, and the Cybertruck beat the other trucks. Cathie thinks that the Cybertruck will be a strong competitor to the F-150, which has been the market leader in pickup trucks for decades. If you're from the Midwest or one of the busier states, you should really consider getting this Cybertruck. The kind of Cathie thinks that the technology progress made by the Cybertruck will soon make Tesla stock go up. If Tesla decides to match produce and launch the Cybertruck in 2023, it will set new prices for Tesla stock. The excitement will reach new heights. These are the main reasons why Tesla stock is at an all-time high, and they are likely to stay there as long as the Cybertruck is mass-produced on the road and orders keep coming in. Let's look at production and deliveries in 2023 and 2024 to see if the Cybertruck can send Tesla shares into orbit. Tesla hasn't lowered prices by the 10% needed to get the average price of a Model S or Model X down to $100,000 yet, even though doing so would bring in $8.6 billion in sales. I took 10% off both the Plan 3 and the Model Y. As a result, the average sales price for the Model 3 is $45,000 and the average sales price for the Model Y is $50,000. With this plan, we make more than $30 billion a year. Even though Tesla intentionally lowered prices in Q4 2022, the company still made an operating profit of $15.41 million. It would make more than $1.2 billion for Model 3 in the second quarter if prices were cut by 14 in the first quarter. I thought that a 12 would bring in over $3.6 billion and another 12 would bring in over $6.3 billion in net income. I estimated the 15 operating margin for the second half now onto the years where the Cybertruck makes a real dent on the stock price on years 2025 to 2027 cybercars finally hit the market in significant numbers in the year 2023. There will only be 3,000,000 Cybertrucks manufactured since making a prototype. A simple but mass producing them is challenging. I would be pleased if 3,000,000 were manufactured by 2023. $55,000 is the going rate, as I learned from perusing Twitter and YouTube. 55,000 to be on the safe side, and we have a total revenue of $160 to $162 million in the first year of the Cybertruck, which is fairly strong margins. However, I do believe at least over 20%, most likely in the 25 to 30% range, but keeping things prudent at 20% and a $55,000 rate. This is what we see in this prediction: total revenue in 2023 and over $92.5 billion, and up the operating margin of 12.2% will give us a total net income of nearly $11.3 billion a billion. Less than 2022, a recession. Here, those are some pretty analysis solid numbers, and things would get crazier if we added the semi, but for simplicity, we won't. It's possible to produce 5,000,000 Cybertrucks by 2024. If they can increase margins by, say, 22%, our revenue will go from $32 million to over $6 billion, which is a big jump from 2000 to 2023. By 2024, the number of Cybertrucks will have grown by about 20 times. As you can see, the average cost of a small vehicle will help, but the semi will be even more useful because it only costs $150,000. Unlike other pickup vehicles, this one can be made in large numbers, and it will increase Tesla's overall earnings per share. By 2023, the company's net income of $20 billion will nearly triple on sales of $132 billion. What are some ways that 2023 and 2024 will be different for stock prices? In 2023, just the energy sector is expected to make a 15% margin, which on revenue of $7.5 billion would make a profit of almost $1 billion. If I had to guess, Tesla's energy operating margin has been between 12 and 10% for the last 3 quarters, since the fourth quarter Q4 has historically seen 12% growth. There will be 15% growth in 2023 because there is so much going on right now. When we get more information, we'll know for sure if the Fed has changed its mind and the market will be in a bull or bear phase. All 2.5 million vehicles made in 2024 will be eligible for rebates, bringing in $150 billion in revenue and $25 billion in revenue and $25 billion in net income. My prediction of $11.5 billion in revenue. And a 16% margin of profits reaching over $1.8 billion in profit is ridiculous. I also assume that the number of outstanding shares will drop from 3.2 billion to 3.3 billion. When you look at Tesla's big plan, you'll see that it's a web of smart machines that are all set up to make money. This is true for both the energy side and the FSD side. Also, Cybertrucks can sell the FSD to them if they sell a lot more. The rising worth of Cybertrucks has caused the PE to reach a point where it could reach $461 per share and $1.5 trillion by 2024. Here are some numbers to help us figure out what Cathie thinks if the Cybertruck drives the stock price to $461 by 2024. How many shares do you need to retire early? Researchers have found that someone living in a high cost of living country like the US needs at least $4,000 a month to survive. That means we need $4,000 a month for the rest of our lives if we want to retire early. So, in theory, you could reach this goal by saving up a large sum of money and spending it slowly over a number of years. It depends on how long you plan to live in retirement. For example, let's say you want to retire early at age 40 and plan to live until you're about 80. $1,000 a month adds up to $48,000, or 40 times 12. Multiplying that number by 40 years gives you, let's say, $1,920,000. If $2 million is our magic number, we'd need 4,379 Tesla shares, which would cost about $700,000. Price may be high at the moment, but if the Cybertruck prediction comes true, that would be more than a 2-fold return on your money in a year. I don't know about you, but I think that sounds good. Cathie really does believe what she says and backs it up with her money. According to public disclosures from her firm, ARK Invest's, as of December 31st, 2021, ARK Invest held about 12.8 million shares of Tesla incorporated across its various investment funds. This represented about 17% of the total number of outstanding shares of Tesla at the time. That was 2 years ago, and now ARK Innovation ETF has bought 1450000 a Tesla worth $15.7 million. If Cathie is sure of what she's doing and is still buying Tesla stocks, then maybe you should too. But of course, your decisions will be unique, so make sure you do your research and invest wisely.